Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on another SSRF lab in Portswigger's Web Security Academy. This time it's a basic SSRF against another backend system. So the lab has a stock check feature which fetches data from an internal system. We need to scan the internal range for an admin interface on port 8080 and then use that to delete the user Carlos. All right, well, let's get started. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know how I'm doing. And said it was in the stock checks. We've got burp on in London. Let's go to proxy, HTTP history. All right. So do we need to, yeah, we do need to scan port 80. So we know port 1 has the stock check. We're looking for an admin, right? And an admin interface. All right. So let's send this to repeater. And let's take a look at what happens if we, let's send this so we have the original. And then I'll Control-Shift-U to URL decode it. And I'm going to, if I can get store ID, I'm going to delete all of this and do admin. My goal is to see what kind of response we get back. I'm going to highlight this, Control-U, send, missing parameter. Ooh, was it the store ID? Oh, yeah, because that's fine. Let's see what's on 2. Internal server error. Internal server error. Could not connect to external stock check service. This will be how we key off. And I imagine that once we are able to get a response, this will not be there. It may be another 500 or, you know, it could be a 200 or a 503 or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So how do we want to do this? Let's start scanning in Python. So I'm going to do SSRF against backend system. Vim SSRF against backend system.py. And I think I'll start with what we did yesterday as instead of the template. Let me close this. And let's change. So here in data, instead of localhost, we want the address with changing IPs. We don't want this. So let's do for X in range. Remember, we don't want number 1 or .1. We know that doesn't exist. So let's do 2 and we'll end at 255. Whoops. Let's do this. This time we're going to, I want to take a look at the request. Response equals. If, let's check, I don't know, let's check if this text is in the response. if in resp.text, let's do if not in resp.text, print resp.text. Let's take a look at it. Okay. Now we need to fix this. This should be 192.168.0. And then here we'll do x/admin. We're going to delete this. I'm going to put in F there. That should work, right? Stock API, product stock. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So hopefully my goal is to get this to return, to print off just one response, and that's where the /admin is. So I want SSRF against this. We could do some logging. Let's do scanning internal network. And let's look at burp to make sure these requests are looking good. And it will print as soon as. So that looks pretty good. Oh, but we don't have it. While we have it print, the one thing we don't have it is exit. So we could do right here a break. Just so, it doesn't continue on. But if we get anything, we'll stop it. This is kind of slow, if I'm being honest. I wish this was a little bit faster. We're on URL 67. While this is going, let's do it in intruder. Send to intruder. We'll lower the speed on intruder a bit just so they don't, screw each other up. I'm going to clear, and right here, I'm going to add, and then payloads, we'll do the same. We'll do numbers from 2 to 254. This one's inclusive, so I'm going to do boom and manager. I want min fraction digits to be 0 and 0. I don't want any dot, fractions. The only thing I wanted to do is change the resource pool to something slower, just so that we don't get any rate limiting slowing down. That should work. Let's start that. We'll let this run. We'll let our script run. And as we've done in the past, we could make ours fast by doing the threading, same as what we have here. We've done a couple examples of that, so I don't know if it's necessary, but see how I feel, I guess. I did not see. We got 500, and the exact response length. Did I do something wrong here? Request 1, payload 2, stock API 2/admin. And the response shows could not connect. I'm looking at this length category, hoping that... Huh. Well, crap, now what? Let me make sure I read the instructions right. Scan the... What? Range for an admin. Oh, on port 8080. Gosh. I'm sure you guys were yelling at me. My bad. Let's change this. And let's close this. We can rerun this. Make sure that's working as expected. It is. Let's go to intruder, payloads, or positions rather. Right here we want 8080. Okay. Sorry about that. There should be a difference in length. I don't know if there will be a difference in status yet. Oh, I just saw 200. There we go. So we got a 200. And there's the admin with the URL. Sweet. Let's make sure we see it. I don't like how ours is going so slow. I really want to implement threading. Where is ours? Right here. What's it on? It's on 64. Only halfway. Okay. Our goal is to delete Carlos. Oh, whoops. Crap. No, I didn't want to click that. Delete Carlos. The user call it Carlos. So we want to get this URL. That's weird. Look, it has a slash. We're going to use regex to go Carlos. I need to know what it looks like. I'm not making that same mistake I made the other day. I want raw. So it is on 2 lines. Oh no, because we have Carlos there. That'll be easy. So let's copy this and let's, there we go. Our script worked, look, boom. So we need to extract that. So I'm going to return admin portal IP equals none. And then here, I'm going to do admin portal IP. You know what I'm going to do instead? Sorry. I'm going to do admin URL equals F this and then here I'm going to remove this and put admin URL. This is just so I define it once but can use it multiple times. Let's do admin URL equals want URL exploit URL equals none. And then here I'm going to do exploit URL equals admin URL. That's fine. We don't want to print it anymore. And then here's where I'm going to extract that URL. So I'm going to do pattern equals re.compile r single quotes. You ever have those days where you just don't, you feel like your brain's moving too slow? Now, why did I paste that? That's what I feel today. I'm gonna right here, I'm gonna do capture group dot asterisk question mark in the capture group. And I want everything. Oh, I don't want to end the capture group. I want that. Boom, username equals Carlos. That's what I want to capture. So anything after that first slash, which is there for whatever reason, I want to capture starting there and going to where it says username equals Carlos, and then right before the double quote. Pattern equals, so now I want to m equals pattern dot search resp dot text, but I don't have resp here. Resp equals none. Resp equals resp. No. Resp text. There we go. Resp text. Exploit URL. Do we need that? Yeah, because we need to know what server. No, we don't. See? Brain's working too slow today. Print M1. Import RE. We're going to implement threading because I don't want to wait for this crap again. So when did we cd grep -r concurrent we'll look in there. So XSS event handlers XSS event handlers and address blocked. Want this. That. Right here. All right. Import. What did we need to import there? We need to pass in, we need to define num threads. We'll start with just one, make sure it works. Results equals, so we're gonna get a list of results. Tag is usable, so this is the function we execute with the parameters for that function, and we have a defined task. All right, so let's create the function def what has admin portal, and we want to receive the tasks, and we want to return either true or false. So here is where we're going to do this stuff. admin URL. Instead of X, we can do, and we're not going to receive multiple tasks. We're just going to receive one task. Task.x. That'll define the URL. We'll run it. Admin URL. No. We need to this. So we need to give it in task. We need a shop. So task.shop. And then here, if that's not in it, we're going to return true, right? Let's check. Tag is usable. This returns task tag. We can return the admin URL. Admin URL. Otherwise, we return none, right? So now we're going to change this. Has admin portal. We need to define our tasks. Tasks equals. This will be a list. And we'll do for right here. For X in range, we're going to do task equals a dictionary X, X, and then we also need shop, shop, and I'm doing it dot here, which is wrong. I did it twice. Right there and right here. X. I didn't do it anywhere else, did I? No. Okay. Shop. Shop. That's the only thing needed in the tasks. X and shop. And then here we can do tasks dot append. We don't need to save it. That. Now we've got our task defined inside tasks. Results f dot results. If results, and then we're gonna add in, set our variable, add, what do I want? Admin URL. Admin URL equals none. Here, instead of usable tags, we're going to do admin URL equals f dot res, right? Let's look here and see how we, all right. Res equals f dot results. Yeah, res. I think that's right. And then here we can just do print admin URL just to make sure all of this should go away. Oh, we need this stuff. Or we can do it in another request. Once we have the, yeah. Well, we've already got the response. Yeah, let's put this stuff here. And instead of returning admin URL, we're going to return M1. Man, I made a ton of changes, and like I said, my brain doesn't seem to be functioning at its peak performance, which is already not very good. So SSRF. So I don't know if this, all those changes we just made are going to work. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Let's ramp this up. Let's change the number of threads to... Oh, and we want to make sure all of this is commented out. URL. I don't need that. Resp text. I don't need that. We can print admin URL. We're doing 2 threads this time. That looks good. Let's crank this up to, shoot, 8, 10. All right, 8. Start with 8. Awesome. We think it's at 126. That should return results fairly quickly. Ah, and it did. Perfect. Although it's still running. I wonder how we can get it to stop. Chrome, Python, stop concurrent futures. They're setting this quit equals false and then changing it and then flipping it somewhere to quit equals true. Oh, right there on the keyboard interrupt. I'll not. Yeah, we could do that. No. We need a global variable quit. Quit equals false. And then here we would need to change that global quit equals true. What's wrong here? What did I do? How do I, isn't that how you change a global? Python modify global variable in function. Come on, come on, come on. Global. Oh, I need to say it first. Global quit equals true. Like that. Then here we can do if not quit, do this. I don't know. Interesting, we got it twice. Did we run? Oh. No? We just run through it once. Let's see if this actually quits. Hey, it looks like it did. We got a 200 and all of them stopped. And we returned. We printed out twice, which is... Oh, because we printed out here and here. Okay, sorry. Whoops. I want to delete this one. All right, long way to get the admin URL. Now, what do we do with it? We need to exploit this. We need to send this, but now with that new URL. So, this is exactly like what we did in the previous. I'm going to delete all of this. And I'm going to close this and open up the basic. Take that. Put that there. And instead of this, I'm going to put, what did I call it? Admin URL? Admin URL. Okay, let's try it. Ooh, this was a longer one than I expected. But that's because we put in the threading to make the output become faster. But cool, so yeah, I'll do the recap now. I'm assuming it's going to work, which, you know, that always bites me in the butt. But anyway, we noticed that when we ran the check stock function, that we saw a post that had a URL as a parameter in the body. So we used that URL to try to view internal pages. We found that it told us that we needed to find the proper IP on the internal network to reach this admin account. So we built a scanner that uses multiple threads to go through the internal IP addresses from 2 to 254, check for an admin page on port 8080. If it finds one, it stops processing the thread, stops requesting new threads, extracts the URL to delete the user Carlos, and then we simply send another post, exploiting that SSRF again to delete the user Carlos. That's it. This has not come back yet. I was hoping it... Oh, crap, we got... .302 found. So did we solve it? That looks good. Why is this still scanning? Oh, whew. Good. Checking solved, lab is solved. I don't know what that pause was. Oh, maybe... This timed out. Whatever that was. I don't know. I don't know what just happened, but we got it solved, which is awesome. Let's refresh this, get our banner. Woohoo! All right. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.